Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at another locally made Alberta beauty innovation. This is the Glampod. So a lot of people use beauty blenders, and one of the complaints about beauty blenders is that, like, what if you keep it stored improperly and it starts to grow mold or starts to get really dirty? A U of A student, again, decided to come up with a holder and travel case for your beauty blender, and that is this guy, the Glampod. Currently, my beauty blender situation is this. I have a soft spot for the original beauty blenders, and yeah, I store it in this container. This is a sourpuss shot glass. It fits in there fine. I put it on my desk and away I go. I have heard other people putting their beauty blenders in like hard-boiled egg cups or Easter egg holders. And I know that recently Beauty Blender proper has come out with a little glass holder, I think around this Christmas season, so that you could put your beauty blender on this little glass, it looks like an egg holder on your desk. One thing that Beauty Blender hasn't come out with, and correct me if I'm wrong, is a dedicated like hard traveling container to put your beauty blender in or to store it on your desk. So this is where this product comes in. Again, it was designed by a U of A student. She gets them manufactured out of Airdrie near Calgary, Alberta, so it's super local. Apparently it took her like 15 tries or something to get the right design down, and I believe this is the second version of the product. So let's take a closer look. As it says there, this is the Glampod. It comes in black or white, and it retails for 18 Canadian dollars. And it's got holes on the side and holes on the bottom, and it just twists apart basically. And you throw your makeup sponge in there, and then twist it back together. It also does have a flat bottom so that you can store it on your desk or whatever you need to do, which is probably what I'm going to be doing with it most of the time. If you go to the website for Glampod, you will see 4 things on the website. The Glampods in black or white, and you can also purchase the Glampod and a sponge bundle, which is what I did. Currently, they're listed at $22. When I bought it at the end of December, I purchased it for $25. I thought for a couple extra bucks, we might as well test out the sponge. This is the Glam Pro sponge. Dry, it feels quite stiff. It was described as a non-latex beauty sponge that is a medium density. And comparing it to the Beauty Blender when dry, they're about the same size. The Beauty Blender is much softer though. And one thing that I wasn't 100% sure of is where these were manufactured. It doesn't say on the little packaging. I didn't notice on the website if it said. So I have a feeling these are probably not manufactured in Alberta. They probably come from where all the other sponges come from, China or wherever that is. I don't actually know. But if you know, or if Glampod lets me know, I will update that information. When dry, your sponge will just fit right in there. And there's ample space in there. They're in my beauty blender. If I was just having it on my desk, it would just sit in there like that. I don't know why I didn't buy white now that I think about it. Because I have like white Alex drawers, and I don't know, when I was on the website, I just thought the black looked cooler. It is quite large, so I don't think it's the type of product that you could just throw in your purse, because it's quite large. Like compared to my shot glass, it's pretty big. But like if it's going in a suitcase or your travel bag, that would make a lot of sense to me. Let me go and get these 2 sponges damp, and then we'll see how the size is compared to the Glampod. And then I'm going to try using her beauty blender on half of my face and then my regular one on the other side of my face. I'm back with my dampened beauty sponges, beauty blender, which I just freshly washed. This one is really old. When you squeeze it, the pink still comes out. So I was curious about this one, which is the first time I've ever gotten it wet, and it grew about the same size. It's really heavy feeling and pretty stiff feeling still. But no dye came out, which was great. I like the nude beauty blenders because they don't have that problem like the pink one. But anyway, let's get some foundation on this face. I've got a little bit of foundation on. I already kind of feel like it's gonna be a little bit bouncy. Yeah. It's definitely one of those beauty blenders that kind of like bounces off your face in a really like violent way. It's very stiff and it's quite round even at the point, so I feel like it's a little tricky to get into tight areas like under your eye. Yeah, okay, let's do the trusted beauty blender on the other side. And yeah, the beauty blender, it doesn't hit and bounce off your face. It's more like a pillow hitting your face, where it like kind of like sucks up into your face. Gives it a nice like, I don't know, your face just kind of hits it differently. So I would say if you're a beauty blender snob, you're not gonna like the sponge that comes with it. I also feel like this retains a lot more moisture than the beauty blender. So it might shear out your products a little bit more than the beauty blender. Although that being said, I feel like this is a little bit more porous, the beauty blender, so it might absorb more product, whereas it's a lot less porous, so it might absorb less product. I don't know. I think every sponge is going to be pretty different in that regard. I would say this is a lot more similar to like the Quo type sponges, and this one is a lot more similar to the Real Techniques type sponges. Anyway, let's now test the dampened sponges in the container. And now you can see it really fills it up. You can see why they've gone with such a large size of container. It's just a perfect fit at the base for this sponge. And with the Beauty Blender, pretty much there's a little bit extra space, and I can understand why they'd want to make it a little more roomy, so it would have a more global appeal. But yeah, it's a good fit. So I purchased mine actually on Christmas Eve. I purchased it on December 25th, and of course it was during the holiday season, so it got processed on January 3rd, and I received it on January 8th. I paid $5 shipping. So after tax, I paid about 32 Canadian dollars. I am going to give the sponge a 1 out of 5. Really not my favorite type of sponge. A little bit too hard, a little bit too bouncy. I would say it's a little bit too dense even for my preferences. So personally, I would skip the sponge. I think if you have your favorite beauty sponges, just stick with those. I think I'm going to give the Glampod itself a 5 out of 5. I'm really sort of starting to kick myself that I didn't get white, but black will be easy to see on my desk here, and it is a great storage system for your beauty blender. It feels high quality. Of course, I will keep you updated to make sure nothing breaks. What could break? But based on this first impression, I would totally recommend it, especially if you are a Canadian. It's great to support other local Canadian businesses. But the fact that this pod was created and is currently manufactured here in Alberta makes me feel really great about spending 20 bucks on this. For now, I think I'm going to be keeping it on my desk just like this, and I'll probably stash the lid until I'm ready to use it later. I also think it would be really cute if they did sell like a more glamorous like bottom half to the egg. I would totally purchase that. Anyway guys, that's all I have for you today. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I will see you again on Monday with another video. Make sure you hit subscribe so that you do catch that video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Definitely share this video with anybody else who might find it helpful. That's a huge way to help support my channel. Or you can also check me out over on Patreon. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next beauty video. Bye!